in number 1, we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem to try to solve for that missing length of the right triangle. The Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared, which is equal to the hypotenuse, c squared. So in this case, the hypotenuse is across from the right angle. So that's the one usually we want to identify first. And that's the square root of 14 kilometers. So we're going to square that. And then it doesn't really matter which one I call a and which one I call b. Let's call this one, so the square root of 5, we'll call that our a side, and we're going to square it. And that means this side of x is our b squared. If you want to call it x squared, that's fine. If you want to call it b squared, that's fine too. It doesn't really matter. It's your variable that you're looking for. Okay, so now if I take square root of 5 squared, that's 5. I'm going to bring down my x squared. Square root of 14 squared is 14. Okay, so now I'm just trying to get x by itself. I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides. That leaves me with x squared, and that leaves me with 9 over here. To get x by itself, because I don't want x squared, I just want x by itself, I need to take the square root of x squared. And if I do it to one side, I've got to do it to the other. Okay, so I get down here, and technically, algebraically speaking, square root of 9 is plus or minus the square root of 3. Or excuse me, plus or minus 3. But I'm just going to call it a positive 3. It can't possibly be negative because it's an actual side length. So in this case, x equals 3.